Hello, greetings, this is Gilles Martin. I wanted to come and say hello. I had some technical problem. I made a video yesterday in English, but I didn't take because I had to use some alternative mean to create this video because my phone fell into a deep coma. I tried to keep it alive, but finally I'm gonna let him die. I just got a new phone today. And so I wanted to reiterate what I said in this video yesterday. We just passed a portal, the 9-9 portal, 999. It's a very important portal of completion. The 9 is the number of completion, and so there is this new moon in Virgo that's opposing Neptune, which gives us a direction with our dream. And this equinox that is coming will definitely give us some new access to the cosmic mind, new reality, conscious reality that we have never been able to experience before. So there is a great deal that can come to us if we're ready to embrace. And so, in many sense, we do not want to answer questions that have not yet been asked. But yet in those videos, I'm called to address many subjects. I hope some of them resonate with you to find what we're seeking is to find this collective empowerment, this collective state of peace and joy. The highest wisdom for us today is the paradigm shift. How everything is shifting. It's nothing less than a paradigm shift. It is moving from fear into love, from separation into inclusion, from duality into unity. And so all of this needs to be integrated. What we need to understand is responsibility. As we grow and move on to a higher level of consciousness, we are given more responsibility. And so we have to assume this responsibility. It is it's kind of wonderful to be given more responsibility. But we do not want to take responsibilities that do not feel right, of course. Otherwise, it will become a burden. What we need to do is the healer. We need to heal. We need to know ourselves as healed. Healing happens or it doesn't. It is a communion. It is a magical act. It is when some healing happens. It is something as it's like something but we do not want to see ourselves as healed. We want to become whole. We want to and we want to use the wholeness navigator. For when we know our wholeness, we have to navigate within this unity, and so to learn to use the wholeness navigator. It is something that will develop. And the general message for us today is effort. We have to produce an effort. It is the right effort that we need to produce in order to achieve. But it's very much about letting go and letting God in many sense. Just the more we can step out of the way, the more higher parts, higher aspect of the self will be able to come forward. And so it is confirmed by the Akash. It is the healer. It is the card of the healing, the healer. So it is being instrumental in finding this healing. But as we find ourselves whole, we do no longer need to find perfection. We still work for it, work towards it, but we accept ourselves as whole. In many sense, we know that we want to become master of time. We want to create in the present, to be free of the past, to create in the present the future. As we become aware of this power of the present to create, we become master of time. We decide what will come to us. In many sense, 1984, George Orwell explained to us: who controls the past controls the present. Who controls the present controls the future. That is why in the book it is constantly the past is constantly rewritten to serve the state, so that it can create this illusion. And so we want to be free of all kinds of illusion and conditioning. And so that we may become free and master of time, so that we can eventually move outside of time. For that we already do. Every night we go to sleep, we move outside of time, we move into a higher dimension. So it is something that is not so foreign or alien. It is something that's quite familiar to us. When we move into discover those higher realm of the soul, it is something very familiar, more familiar even than this world, to be honest. When we pray, we have to. It's good to learn to pray to our soul, to our higher self, to our Creator, but from within. It is an inner connection. Although, of course, God is outside everywhere, but the connection is within. So this is really where we need to create that connection. And there was a master this week, a master named Sananda, the Christ, who gave a little message. It's kind of an interesting little exercise you may want to work with. It's the idea of putting all of our fear, our doubts, our bad memories, our frustrations, all those things into a big sheet, and then we tie it up. It's a sheet, and it's very heavy. It has all those things, and so we bring it back home, and then we put it in the middle of the house, and we open the sheets, and it's all gone. It's empty. Why? Because it's never really been there before. It just needed to be recognized as gone. And so as we know that, we can move into this quantum state where we can recreate anything. We are no longer plagued by the past. Another exercise that is good, that was given this week also by another master named El Moria, is to take a piece of paper, take a line in the middle, and write all those things that you need. You feel you need this, you need that. And then all those things that you would really want, and see what the concordance between those want and needs, and eventually will become one, and know you can get everything you need and want. You deserve to receive everything you need. And so, to finish, I wanted to propose a mantra. It is, I am fulfilled and giving all that I wish. I am fulfilled and giving all that I wish. I am fulfilled and giving all that I wish. As we know that, we are able or whenever we need to remind ourselves that, we can always move back into the state of gratitude. Wanted to well, this painting behind me is not finished, but it is a painting I've been working for a long time, but it's starting to come. I'm kind of beginning to see how it's going to look like. There's still a lot of details, but the whole background is kind of nice. And those are also paintings from the studio I've been working on. This is an astrological self-portrait. It's not quite finished also, and this one here is a painting about the 7 chakras of the human body. Well, it will have to be refined. It's of course not quite finished, and there's all those planets that this guy in his aura. And so I wanted I'm going to finish with singing a song. I hope you like this video. I thank you for liking, sharing, commenting, sharing. And it's a song I was questioning why it was called the Unchained Melody, because if it was unchained, it needed to be chained. And actually it comes from the story was inspired by a low security inmate that was purging a sentence. He's wondering whether he should break free to rejoin his wife, or shall he wait and patiently to fulfill that. It's a song that's been sang by the most famous it's the Righteous Brother, but also Elvis Presley, Perry Como, U2, The Platters, Roy Robinson, Neil Diamond, Barry Manilow, and many others. It goes like this. I'm going to try to sing it. Called the Unchained Melody. Oh, my love, my darling, I hunger for your touch. A long, lonely time, and time goes by so slowly, and time can do so much. Are you still mine? I need your love. I need your love. God speed your love to me. Lonely rivers flow to the sea, in the open arms of the sea. Lonely rivers cry, wait for me, wait for me. I'll be coming home, wait for me. Oh, my love, my darling, I hunger for your touch. A long, lonely time, and time goes by so slowly, and time can do so much. Are you still mine? I need your love. I need your love. Godspeed your love to me. Thank you very much. I wish you a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Namaste.